Good evening. It's a late one. Welcome back to West Ham and United. Hit that subscribe button. Make sure you hit the thumbs up. And thank you very much for joining us. Please also make sure you leave a comment. And welcome back to another West Ham Daily. It's a late one. We are late. Yes, we are. And yeah, we're just going to be bringing you some more information on the stories that are going around regarding the goalkeepers. And as you can see by the thumbnail, I've put a picture of Sam Johnstone and Alfonso Areola. So we're going to get into the nitty gritty of it. But please keep your comments coming in. We'll go through the live chat as much as we can. It's not normal that I do many live late shows. However, it's just working right now. So we'll be coming to you again tomorrow. And that'll be the last one over the weekend. And then we'll come back to you next week as well. So hopefully we'll have Stell back in full swing as well. But keep the comments coming in. Listen, what I'm going to do is I'm going to set you a target. I'm going to set you a target of 50 thumbs up during this live show. So if you are watching, please hit those thumbs up. It's very much appreciated that you do during these shows, and it really helps us out as much as we possibly can. However, let's get cracking with the show. And it has been reported today that West Ham have seen a bid of £6 million, £6+ million bid for West Bromwich Albion goalkeeper Sam Johnstone, which was apparently rejected by the Championship club. The England goalkeeper Johnstone has emerged as a target for a handful of top flight clubs, having started his Baggies, starred for the Baggies despite their relegation from the Premier League in the 2021 season. Spurs and Arsenal have also been linked to the 6'3", 28-year-old shot stopper who has 1 year remaining in his deal at the Hawthorns, with the club valuing their keeper at £10 million. Former Manchester United Academy product, Johnstone has made 131 appearances for West Bromwich Albion, keeping 30 clean sheets during his 3-year stay at the West Midlands. He's been there since 2018, when Albion paid around £6.5 million at the time to Manchester United for his services. The shot stopper was a standout performer despite West Bromwich Albion's relegation last season, and which also then led to him earning a call-up for the Euro 2020 squad. The new West Bromwich Albion boss, Valérien Ismaël, has already pretty much conceded the fact that they're going to lose the 28-year-old this summer. He said something along the lines of, it's not a secret that Sam Johnstone, and talking about his other trickster Pereira, can maybe leave this club. It's my expectation that they will leave. He played 25 times for Preston North End during his loan spell in the 2014-15 season, and played a key part in helping them earn promotion to the Championship. He does only have, however, 1 more year left on his West Bromwich Albion contract, and the goalkeeper will have certainly earned a return to the Premier League should it come his way this summer. The Baggies number one just missed one league game all season, with a number of standout performances catching Gareth Southgate's eye and earning him, like I said, his first call-up during the 2021 season. He was involved for the Three Lions squad for the World Cup qualifiers against San Marino, Albania and Poland during March 2021. He finished his first Premier League campaign at as the division's leading keeper for saves, made 166 saves, and was pivotal into getting West Bromwich Albion back to the top flight during the 1920 season. He played every minute of West Bromwich Albion's Championship campaign between 2018 and 2020. So the Preston-born shot stopper was Albion's first recruit in the 2018 summer transfer window after arriving from Manchester United, and he agreed a 4-year contract fresh from the acclaimed season on loan to his neighbours Aston Villa, which ended with a defeat in the Championship playoff final at Wembley. Villa proved to be the 7th club for Johnstone, which he was loaned to after joining Manchester United's academy in 2011. He got experience at Oldham, Scunthorpe, Walsall, Yeovil Town, Doncaster Rovers, Preston, and finally Aston Villa, before seizing the chance to put down his goalkeeping marker and on a more permanent basis at West Brom. He's also been recognised by the England national team at under 17, under 19, and at under 20 level, prior to senior call-up at the age of 27. So what I want to do is let you check out this little video that we've made for you, giving you a little bit more information. And basically, we call it All You Need to Know About Sam Johnstone. Check this out. Now, I know there's a valuation in there of about £20 million. However, for me, you need to weigh up the situation. And I said this last night when I was on Stell's West Ham Weekly. What you've got is you've got a situation where West Ham probably hadn't highlighted that a number one keeper is what they were going to look for in this summer. However, it looks like two goalkeepers have come to West Ham's attention. Now, that's an area where West Ham need to, in my opinion, look at, and I think we should look at it this summer rather than wait for next summer. We've got Fabianski. We know what he's very capable of doing. However, I do think he's got an angling injury kicking about, and that may affect his campaign next season. Can we really go into the next year's campaign with Fabianski, Randolph, and David Martin as our backup, considering we've got the Europa League games coming in place? Now, my biggest concern about Fabianski is sometimes I notice that he can't kick the ball from the byline. He always has to call back on the defender, and he's picking up the odd injury here, there, and everywhere. Now, we all know he's a fantastic shot stopper. I don't doubt that for 1 second. I think he's fantastic. But, the West Ham have now became, their heads have been turned because they've seen a couple of goalkeepers now. So you're talking about Sam Johnstone, who the rumour is could be valued at about £10 million. So you're talking about a player that has the prowess to go on and make 100 international appearances for his country at England. He's recognised to that level. He was number one in the saves for the Premier League of last season. So, what you could say was it him that actually tried their best to keep West Brom in it? And it's a bit like when you think about Fabianski when he was at Swansea, when West Ham were interested in Fabianski, it was always about the keeper who really just gave them a fighting chance. And that's really what Sam Johnstone does. He's 6'3". He's quite a commanding goalkeeper as well. He comes out, he does well for his crosses. West Ham played them several times. I thought he looked really good. I thought he looked decent. I think he is a decent keeper. But then you've got, on the other hand, another keeper who was on loan at Fulham last season, Alfonso Areola. And I know we've played the video before, but I'm going to play the video and you can see the comparison between the two, and we'll have a little chit chat about what we think these two players could bring, if at all any of them. So you've got, two players here, Areola, whom we all witnessed at Fulham last season, coming from PSG. He's gone down the ranks heavily at PSG. Looks like he's potentially going to be borderline fourth or fifth choice keeper. PSG are going to be getting him off the books, contract till the end of 2023, valued at approximately £15 million, currently earning a weekly wage of upwards of £147,000 a week, in comparison to Sam Johnstone, who we believe is earning upwards of £35,000 a week, valued by West Bromwich Albion due to them being relegated at about £10 million. Considering he has 1 year left on his contract with West Bromwich Albion, what does that mean for opportunities? I mean, if you're weighing them both up, you're looking at someone who's potentially earning £35,000. If West Ham were to sign him, he would earn a little bit more compared to a player that's earning £147,000, where that's not sustainable for West Ham. West Ham won't pay the goalkeeper this particular season that amount of money. But if we get Areola on loan, we're looking at subsidising his wages by 50%. So West Ham will be looking paying upwards of £70,000. If you are paying that for a goalkeeper in comparison to someone who's earning half again, when this is where you start to do the comparisons. So who do you put as your favourite from the two? Now, someone asked in the chat, I'm going to go through the conversations in a minute, where do I rate the Sam Johnstone signing? Do I think it's realistic? Do I think it's true? Do I think West Ham have got an interest in Sam Johnstone? Yes, I do. Now, this is not really coming from anywhere except for, you do these shows, you speak to people within reason who have got contacts to the clubs, all that sort of stuff, and you start to put two and two together and you come out hopefully with the right result. That's why we don't tend to report things as fact all the time, but we don't want to be an ITK. So we're just trying to kind of use a bit of our noggin and put it all together. And I think that the Johnstone rumour, if West Ham are interested, well, what many, if a team is out there looking for a number one and he is an England international and he's been high up the ranks of saving a team and really being pivotal to a team's performance that season. However, we know West Bromwich Albion got relegated. You are talking about a good keeper here, right? There's no ifs or buts about it. He's young and he's ready to rock and roll. So the fact that he's got 1 year on his contract, West Bromwich Albion have been relegated, means that West Brom will probably want the money for him, and the manager's already conceded the fact that he's going to go. So you're looking at probably getting a keeper for £10 million. Now, Areola could be valued at upwards of £15 million. So if West Ham sign Sam Johnstone for £10 million, there's no loan fee. You're probably going to pay him something upwards of 50 grand a week, and you're getting what you could classify as an potential England number one international keeper. Let's relate it to Areola. There's no ifs or buts about it. I think he's a quality goalkeeper, and he is my favourite out from the two goalkeepers. But it's funny when you start to weigh up the prices, 147k a week, subsidise his wages for 1 year. What happens when we try and sign him? It looks like PSG want a clause in the contract to stay with West Ham, have an option to buy, and the minimum price will be £15 million. That's what we think and we're led to believe. There is traction in the story with PSG. There is traction in the story with Areola. He likes being in London. We all know he likes being in London. He recently posts a lot on his social media accounts about being in London. So he seems to like the city lifestyle where when he was at with Fulham. But Fulham's obviously not an option for him to go back to. He was a fantastic keeper last season. Really clever, really good, really demanding again. But then put it against the Sam Johnstone rumour. The Sam Johnstone rumour came out from, we believe, from The Athletic, that that West Ham had made a £6 million bid. And I'm not sure how true it is. I'm not going to be brutally honest here. I'm not sure. I don't know. Would West Ham have made a cheeky bid? We all know our owners. We all know what they're like. We all know that they would. Please put your comments in and let me know your thoughts on it. We all know that they would make that cheeky offer. So I don't doubt for a second that they probably have. And if they're seeing an opportunity to sign a keeper at that age, at that value, then it kind of makes sense. Question I'm going to ask for you, though, is does Sam Johnstone come in? If he comes into West Ham, does he take the number one spot? Does Areola take the number one spot? And considering we've got so many games, can you share the responsibility from, say, Fabianski playing a certain amount of games and potentially a new goalkeeper? But either way, for me, West Ham looking at a new number one this summer is a good decision for us to do. because I still think Fabianski is going to get a lot of games, and I still think if we bring in a new goalkeeper, they're going to get a lot of games. I don't think either one of them will play 55 plus games, whatever it is we're going to play this season. So it's going to be really pivotal that we pick the right person. West Ham have obviously seen an opportunity with a young English goalkeeper valued at a low price because the club are relegated and they've got one season left in the contract, compared to also an opportunity with PSG where a player is looking to play first team football. He's had a sniff of first team football and he wants to get out there and show it. He's been in London, he's enjoyed it, and he's taken to the Premier League. His downsides are his valuation. They're looking at 15 plus million pounds. They want to recoup some money because they obviously spend a fortune. They want to get wages off of their wages, so they pay him 147 grand a week. The loan move for Areola is a subsidised loan move, 50% cost. But let's weigh them up. We're here, in my opinion, with Areola negotiations. I think it's close. And we're here with Sam Johnstone because I think that there's other clubs going to be really, really interested in him as well. And you're not, like I said, and just to remind you, it's the value that he is. It's value for money. What are you getting for the value for money? So please keep your comments in, and we'll go through them. Now, listen, it's going to be a short, sharp show because see, doing these late shows, it is knackering. I've actually got a really, really, really long day. Still off on annual leave, but I've got last kind of things we're doing this weekend. It's really busy, so I'm going to go through as many comments as I can, and we'll go through them all. So, Fresh Fielder, really good to see you. Thank you for joining us. Howard, really nice to see you. Thank you. Remember, I've put a target on of 50 thumbs up. I can't even check to see what our thumbs are on just now. So please hit the thumbs up on the channel and let us know. And if you are at 50, please go to the 100 mark. We're going to go for 100 thumbs up today. That's what we want. That's what we're looking for. Someone told us to do this at the start of videos. That's what we're going to do. This is what helps us. And if you are new around here, please hit the subscribe button and go and check out all of our videos that we do every single day, without the weekends, of course, as well. So please go and hit those thumbs up. I'm going to jump in to, we've got 39 likes. Come on, people, we want more likes. That's what we want. Howard, how are you anyway? You well? Good to see you. Thank you very much for joining us. Clive, good to see you, mate. Thank you again. The disabled team, hope you're well. Thank you for joining us. Toby, legends, come on, you irons. Neil T, hello everyone, hope you're well. Scott, even and all, how are we still? I'm into the final season of Homeland. Wow, 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 seriously good TV. It's not still, as you can see, it's me. I need another recommendation though, mate. Any ideas? Well, I've given you a couple of recommendations in the chat, so go and check them out. It's not Vinay, it's me. Hope you're well. Evening, Trev Tube, good to see you, mate. I won't spoil the TV shows that you're doing, Mickey. Happy Hammer, hope you're feeling better. Please get better soon. Vinay, I sweat like a pig. It's 30 degrees and I'm in Sweden. Weird weather. Jag Herta Anthony, hur mår du? I love Sweden, really do. It's a great place. And I know you're not from there, mate. Mickey, don't spoil it. He won't, mate. He won't. Mickey Smith's on the wind up. He's never seen it. That's a nice opener with the new shirts. Yes, it is. And yeah, if you haven't seen them, the new West Ham shirts have been announced. Home shirts have been announced today. So let me get this up for you while I'm actually talking. And I really like them. I really, really, really do. I rate the home one, definitely. The second strip, the away strip, hasn't actually been announced as of yet. And we are just waiting for that to be announced, but the strips have leaked as they always do. Let me just get this image up for you so you can see. Share the screen. Let's bring this on here. So you can probably see that there. And what do you think? I like it. It's a kind of taken from the 19 the Pillow de Canio year with the Fila top as well. That's the kind of vibe they've got from it. They've got the blue sleeves. If you actually remember, the top that was leaked out before actually had the blue, which stopped right here. Right there, it stopped, but now it's actually gone all the way down, which I think is a really nice feature. Really like the collar on it as well. Really nice top. Let's have a look at the badge. There you go. A bit of a more close-up of the top. West Ham today announced a longer-term partnership with Scope Markets. But it says here on the right-hand side, We do not recommend personalising shirts with squad names and numbers ahead of the start of the 21-22 seasons. West Ham cannot guarantee squad list and player numbers as these are subject to change. West Ham will not be able to be held liable for any personalisation orders not in line with player numbers or names prior to the start of the new season, which fair play to the club for doing that, because I've seen stories last season of players getting, fans getting players' tops on, names on and numbers on the strips as well. So I think it's fair play that they put that comment up, and it's right, because we don't know who's coming in, we don't know who's leaving. Imagine a young kid wants Yarmolenko, imagine a young kid wants someone else, and they hop, skip, and a jump away from the club. But what's interesting is Manchester United, I don't know if you know this, but on the Manchester United website, they've also got options for personalisation. Who's the one player you can't get personalised on your Manchester United top? Yes, you've guessed it. Jesse Lingard. So if you go to the, not that you would, but if you go to the Manchester United shop online, you can't get Jesse Lingard. Now, we do know Jesse Lingard has now officially reported back to Manchester United training, and we're hearing rumours believed to be about the fact that he can't be pictured. They're not allowing like photography images. They're not really showing him, and I think there's going to be showdown talks very soon, probably over the next couple of days, in relation to his career. And we all know that West Ham are definitely interested in him, want to bring him in. So keep an eye on that, because that is going to grow arms and legs. Disabled team, thank you very much for that. Good to see you, mate. Vinay, West Ham might sign a German player. I don't know if I'm going to say it. You can lose lost in games. Is a good finisher. I don't know if you're. I don't know if you're on the wind up, mate. So I'm just not going to say it. West Ham might say it. Oh, you've done it again. Daniela, hope you're well. Good to see you. Hope you're keeping well. Happy Amaret. Need a striker. Targets a keeper. The thing, Ross. The thing with it. This is where I'm at with it. There's an opportunity. I don't think with keeper was a number one target. However, when you've got two quality keepers potentially available and can come into the club, it's a no-brainer. The club needs to look at it. They are looking at strikers. We know we need a striker, and I think they probably need maybe two strikers, to be honest. But you know, you are talking about two top quality goalkeepers here. Who's your favourite as well? If you are watching, put it in the comments. Let me know. Would you prefer Areola over Johnstone, or vice versa? I think 10 million is not a bad price for Johnstone. I completely agree. I hope I've done the comparison's okay for you as well. So yeah, I think they're both good value for money. Well, listen, I like Areola. I want Areola in, but it's when you compare him to Sam Johnstone, that's when things start to take a mix. But like I said, I think the Areola link is a stronger one. Clive, what's going on? You started on time. We're not used to this. Is there a doctor in the house? Evening, Anton. I hope you're well. It's because I'm here, mate. It is because I am here, and that is why we are starting on time. So if you are watching, please keep the thumbs up coming in. I'm just trying to see what our current target is at. I did ask you for 100 thumbs up. We are currently sitting at 43. Come on, this deserves more than that. Right there, there's a thumbs up. Go down to it, click it, and give us the thumbs up for today's show. Kieran, thank you very much from Brisbane. Clive, you're singing a song. Thank you very much. It's very kind of you. Wish Stell just thought the same. Ozza, so chuffed you're actually going for a keeper. Love Fav, but he's hurt too often. Completely agree with you, mate. James Bong, good evening, chaps. Hope you're well. Graham, hi, Anton. Greetings from Canada. Do you think that these rumours carry any weight, or is it just fluff? Now, to reiterate, I think the Areola rumour is true. I think there's potential to be fluff in the Sam Johnstone rumour. But do you think that West Ham would look at Sam Johnstone for a player of that quality being available for that lack of money, and being a young, and he's up there with the shot stopper stats, and he's a good keeper? So put two and two together. Do you think West Ham would have made a cheeky offer? I don't doubt for a second they would have. They're probably putting their hand in the pie just to see what's available out there. So it'll be interesting to see. Thank you, Clive. Really good, mate. Ozza, good to see you, mate. Thank you for joining us. Kieran, very professional. What did I miss? You missed everything, Toby, mate. You missed everything. Freshfielder, whether any of these players arrive or not, the profile segments are really good. Thank you for doing it. I really hope you do appreciate that. 183 goals in 131 appearances. Is that the amount that Sam Johnstone has conceded? But then you have to think about the amount of goals that Areola conceded for Fulham last season. You've got to think about the amount of goals that Fabianski conceded when he was at Swansea. And this is the thing about these goalkeepers, are that they're not protected by their defence and they're not protected by their midfield. So you come into a side with a stronger defence and a stronger midfield, and then you add a quality keeper to that. That's what makes the difference. So yeah, we'll see. Johnstone got the highest amount of saves last season, 166, and listen, rightly so, because teams were attacking West Brom, attacking Fulham, trying to go for big score lines, and he's had to keep them in games as much as he possibly can. If West Ham United got into the Champions League, then yeah, they need to up their keeper game. But I think if they look to find someone on the cheap and put the money elsewhere, and that's maybe where Sam Johnstone may come into the equation. But then let's be honest here, right? So you're talking about Sam Johnstone. You've got to pay £10 million out right there, right then, for the player, and pay him about what, 50 grand a week for him to come, maybe minimum. Then you don't pay anything out as a fee for Areola, but you just pay him the 50% wage incentive to come to West Ham, and there's the loan fee. So there's the comparison: 25 grand for a player that's got a lot more honours and played with bigger and quality players throughout his whole career. So it's definitely an interesting one. Anyway, thanks for commenting, P-Gads. Good to see you. Toby, 10 million is a bargain. It really is. War same Rashid. There is only one Alfonso Areola. Absolutely, mate. Neil from Down Under, evening all from South Australia in 7:40 a.m. on a Friday morning. Good morning, Neil. And it's just amazing that you keep coming on. So thank you very, very much for doing it. Is he better than Areola? Good question. I mean, it's tough. I mean, the two keepers got relegated last season in the Premier League. So what does that mean for West Ham in terms of getting a keeper? I think they've both got really strong potential. What's going on with my light? There's something. I've just realised that's constantly flashing. Is it because I'm moving? I don't know. Maybe it is. Maybe it's not. I think it's stopped. So it's really for your judgment to make up. I like the look of Areola. If you said to me last season who's the one keeper that we wanted, and I think loads of West Ham fans said, why don't West Ham go for Areola? I think a lot of them would have said Areola at the time. But now you've just got to look at the comparison of the two players and make your decision from it. Howard Johnstone looks a decent player. Does Messiah know him from Man United? I don't believe he does, mate. I really don't think he does. Oh my God, there's so many comments. It's mental. Mark Nunn, just what we need. 2 more keepers to go with 6 keepers we have already. No, we're not going to be bringing both of those keepers in, mate. It's just going to be one, potentially, or none. Morning, Neil, mate. Good to see you. Apparently heard he rejected us. Well, we don't really know if the rumour is true. I would say no, Neil, not quite, but probably cheaper all round. Oza, Areola's top drawer in my opinion, but wages might be an issue. But like I said last night's show, 50% of them are subsidised, so West Ham will only have to expect to pay out 72 up to 75 grand a week for a player of that quality. Then yeah, it's kind of like a no-brainer. Areola for me, not so complacent and better, in my opinion. Johnstone rejected us. Panikos Pangracio, great show. Thank you very much. Toby Sampson, Johnstone is affordable and more likely to come of if either of them do, but I think there's traction more in Areola's story, to be honest, mate. And you're all talking to each other, so it's really nice. Fresh fielder. Johnstone or Areola is a major upgrade in Randolph, and number one is waiting, which won't be long. Absolutely, mate. Oza, plus we'd have a World Cup winner. Granted, he didn't play, but still, absolutely. Why are you shouting in the chat? I don't know. It's just the caps is on, and it just is so much effort just to go like that and press it. Do you think Poch will loan him to us? They want to get him off the books, mate. They want to get him off the books. There's no ifs or buts about it. He's on 147k a week. He's going to be the 4th, 5th choice keeper. Yes, you're hearing it right. Areola is going to be the 4th, 5th choice keeper. So yeah, it'll be interesting. More keepers than strikers, but it's not going to be like that, Mark. It's not going to stay like that. And people always got really upset when West Ham were naming 2 keepers on the bench when we had 7 substitutes. But you're only allowed at the time to make 3, so it's no real big deal, to be honest. P-Gads, Areola is the better option if West Ham get into the Champions League and there's an option to buy high wages, but West Ham United is massive. They absolutely are. But, you know, we can negotiate. West Ham can negotiate. I said this last night on the show. Areola's looking for first-team football. He's wanting to stay with a club for the rest of his, well, you know, whatever, but he's looking for first-team football. He's not going to get that at PSG. and he likes his life at London. And if he's looking at the clubs that are interested, and if there is negotiations there, then what clubs in that area are looking for a goalkeeper? West Ham have seen an opportunity and probably going to hopefully snap him up, and that's for me. So it'll be an interesting one. So no brainer from the owner's point of view. And Moyes is a shrewd type man with transfers. 100% Toby, 100% Ozza, 100% they don't need him. Don't think Poch and any particular issues with us, Cyber Leader. So we already have half a bench full of goalies. We do. I would take Areola. I think he's a better keeper and a real big name to show our intent for the season ahead. But I think Johnstone is more of a Moyes type player. And there's part of me that probably agrees with you, Howard, on that, to be honest. I think that Moyes would look more towards Johnstone and Sullivan would look more towards Areola. However, both keepers, I think, could add massive value to West Ham. I just think I prefer the likes of Areola. I think he's a very classy goalkeeper. Vinny, rumours are hard to believe, but I believe in the Lingard rumour that Moyes wants him. Absolutely. But, you start to get a little bit of information. Are West Ham interested in Areola? Yes. Is there dialogue taking place? Yes. Can we afford him? We don't know. We have to wait and see what the potential deal is. Ozza, Fab's old and injury prone. Listen, Vinny, I want to say as well, this is all second to third hand information that we get fed. So I'm not giving you facts here. I'm not giving you the facts on the deals. I don't know when they're signed. The only facts I'll give you is when they sign. It's on the dotted line. It's on the West Ham website. That's when we'll bring you the facts and the figures. Ozza, Fab's old and injury prone. Randall's okay, but also injury prone. Younger ones aren't quite there yet. And I feel sorry for the younger ones. I feel sorry for Joseph Anang, and I feel sorry for Nathan Trott. Because if we do look at bringing in another keeper, that just absolutely pushes them further down the line. West Ham extended the contract to Fabianski and David Martin in the summer. So you've got the likes of Fabianski, you've got Randolph, you've got David Martin, and potentially bringing in another goalkeeper. What are we going to do again, with Nathan Trott? And it is a shame. It is a shame for him, to be honest. Areola's class would be great to get him, Vinny, completely. Get them both in. I don't see it, Robert Singleton. It won't happen. It's just one or the other or none. Like I said, to be honest, I'd be very happy with either of the two, both class Mickey Smith. Yeah, I think there's probably some truth in that as well. Let's hope Areola doesn't be like Rob. Rob, do you mean Roberto? Do you mean Ozza? Either is good to sit on the bench. Well, do you think they'll sit on the bench? I don't think they will. I think they'll come in and challenge straight away. Just sign both. Get rid of Fabs. Won't happen. Robert Singleton, Trott is going to go out on loan. Yep, he will. Don't want to say the crap goalie's name. Pelly. That's exactly what you're talking about. Vinny, who's the person that shows up every show and presses dislike? See a shrink, mate. If you are here all the time, you must like this channel. It doesn't really massively bother me. I mean, listen, if you're watching it, you don't like it, hit the thumbs down. That's just the nature of it. Listen, it's probably still sitting, pressing the thumbs. It's like, there goes Anton. I'm just going to hit those thumbs down. But nah, I'm only joking. It's probably not. We're up to 66 likes, so I need us to get to 100. If you are watching right now, there is an option for you to hit that thumbs up. Go down and click that thumbs up and hit it. And obviously, if you are new around here, go and hit that subscribe button as well. New goalie comes in for cup games because number one and holds into the position once Fabianski succumbs to inevitable injury. And there probably is an element of truth in that as well. Clive travelling. I think we need to concentrate more on any strikers we'd be linked with. Yes, but like I said, Clive, there's an opportunity here, and this is what happens. So, you're talking about the likes. It's good to see. I see Fornells has taken Anderson's number 8. And it's funny because no one's still announced the Anderson deal. It's weird. He's training away. But I'm surprised at why no one has actually have Lazio officially put it on their website. Let's have a look live now and see if they've actually put it out on their site. I mean, he is there. He's training. He's a Lazio player. West Ham haven't even announced it either. So it's a weird one. Yeah, I didn't realize I was actually going to be reading the website. I should have realized that it was going to be in Italian. Come back to that in a minute. Daniela Stewart, can I ask, who is this SoCan ex-West Ham employee that's speaking to the press? Do they really exist, or is it press bullshit? So there's a guy on Twitter called ex-employee. He's got contacts to the clubs. He puts out information. Yeah. some of the information is correct, some of the information isn't correct. It's just the nature of being, I suppose, what you can call an ITK. It's a little bit like the information that we get from our secondhand information that can be correct most of the time and not correct some of the time. It's just what happens. James Yeoman, hi Anton, sign them both. Yeah, it won't happen. I don't like the home shirt, sorry. Well, I do, mate. I really, really do. Get your comments in, let me know do you like it? Probably someone from those I won't say it out loud. Away looks like the Argentina strip, yeah, and I've seen it. They've kept the white square around the Betway logo. It'll probably grow on me. And do you know what? Actually, I'm quite pissed off about the whole thing because I was looking at buying the kit for my son. My son's just gone away from the child and infant section and he's gone to the lowest size in young boys size. So last season I could have got my boy Freddie the full West Ham strip, the top, the shorts, and the socks for £45 to £50, right? And 7, 8, 9 months later, whatever it is, let me tell you now, how much do you think I can get him the strip for? He's 5 years old, right? Now, he's a big lad, but how much do you think the strip is for Freddie to get the full strip for West Ham? Just take a guess out of the blue. I'll give you a couple of seconds. £88. £88. Now, I don't know who I blame for this. Should West Ham take a stand and try and make this stuff affordable? Do they have an option? What do these guys at Umbro charge? Umbro are our partners. You know, you've got to be reasonably careful what you've got to say. However, it's a total joke to pay that amount of money after a pandemic as well. Like when people have lost their jobs and don't have the money to afford it, and you're trying to charge people who've got, I mean, I've got two, and I've got 2 kids now, and I've got one on the way. And if I wanted to buy potentially 3 strips, 250, 260 quid. It's mental. It's absolutely mental. It's a joke. It's an absolute joke. And that's why, you know, you do look around at other places when you see Sports Direct or you see M&M Direct doing the deals that they do, because it's just unaffordable prices. They buy in bulk and they sell in the cheap, and they make a smaller markup, but it makes total sense. It's really frustrating. £88 for a 5-year-old to get a football strip. It's an absolute joke. Yeah, I've seen all the photoshops with the Dr. Martens logo and the new kit. It's quite funny, actually. I like Sam Johnstone, worth it. The cups in Europe, the other league. Oh, look who's in the house. It's Stelios, Tarkowski number 4, Lingard number 8, Tammy number 9, Benny number 11. Is Roman Yarmolenko still coming to us? Don't know, mate. There's going to be so many players kicking about. Give me the thumbs up. Give me the thumbs up. Do you want the thumbs up? Is it happening? Are you doing it? You know I'm talking to you? Yeah. Let's bring him in. Here he goes. Like, he couldn't help himself. He couldn't help himself.
I tell you, you say you want 150 likes, and you've got to give people something that they can like. Otherwise, there's just no way you're ever going to get it, mate. And I thought I'd crash your show because you decided, you begged me.
There we go. He's boring. Anyway,
you absolutely begged me to come on my show last night. So,
honestly, if I could just do you know what I might do? I might do a show solely based on the WhatsApp chat that we have.
Yeah, you ought to.
And then I'll just do a live. I'll do a live thing that goes through.
You would be embarrassed, mate. You know, Stel's
you're all right, Anton. I'm really not up for Anton. I'm really not up for this show.
You haven't spoken to me for the last 5 minutes. Have I fucked you, pissed you off?
Story. It's such a boring story. You're so boring. You're so boring.
But it's fact.
We're going through the comments, Stelios. We're going through the comments. But listen, talk to me before we do. Sam Johnstone. People are asking, is there real traction in this rumor? We've been led,
if it's the right price, I guess there will be. Yeah.
Well, I don't know if you've watched the show, so that's where I'm at with it. Right, we've been told today that the story is borderline bullshit. Right. However, you know, you start to build up a bit of something, a little bit of knowledge on how West Ham work and how the transfers work, etc. Now, you're talking about a keeper who, England international, I'm not going to bore you again, England international, valued at £10 million, currently earning just under 35k a week. He's in the England setup. He's up there with the most saves in the Premier League. And do you see West Ham making a cheeky bid for him? I absolutely do. especially if they've saw an opportunity
Yeah,
here now.
I reckon they probably will make a cheeky bid. I don't know how true the £6 million bid is, or the £10 million bid is, or whatever. But yeah, I don't see why not. He's an England international. If he's only, we can almost double his wages coming to West Ham. But all these goalie rumours are like, I mean, we've had more goalies linked to us lately than we've had strikers.
Yeah,
You know,
but I think
so
there's, I
there's.
think there's, I think there's real truth in the Areola story. I think there's something there for us to latch onto. And then when you see that West Ham are potentially close to doing something in that market, then every goalkeeper that's potentially available starts to get brought into the line.
I got a message, you know, from the show we did last night. Someone messaged there and said we got the salary wrong, so I'm going to look it up.
For who?
For Areola, apparently he's not on 147 grand a week. Someone reckons he's on like a fraction of that. So I don't know. I don't know what the truth is, to be honest with you. Because if Areola is on a small salary, and I reckon there's a lot. Yeah, here we go. Alphonse Areola earns 147 grand a week. Someone wrote that he earns 14 grand a week.
No, he doesn't. No,
So
he
someone's got their decimal point in the wrong place.
doesn't. Yeah.
And I would imagine that it is 140 odd grand a week because he's at PSG, who
Yeah.
throw
Well, it
money
is.
at players.
Yeah,
You know,
he is. No, he is. He's definitely on that, and that's why. I mean, it was quite a common knowledge that he was subsidised by PSG, and Fulham just had to pay half the wages. But it's funny because when you start to do the comparison, still, let's do the comparison now. Sam Johnstone, £10 million, so you pay the fee up front. Can I just say, although you're both good separators, Liz,
yeah,
no, it's not
Mickey. It's a nice way of saying that I prop Anton up. So I thank you for that, mate.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Let's do the comparison right now. Sam Johnstone, you pay a £10 million fee right now, £10 million out of your budget. You've got Areola, you don't pay. I don't know if there's going to be a loan fee, but it's going to be a smaller. It's going to be a smaller loan fee.
It'll be a £3 or £4 million loan fee, apparently.
So it's a lot less. Then you've got a player that potentially you're going to pay 50k a week, 50, 60k a week in Sam Johnstone, especially now that he's an England international, and Alfonso Areola 70k a week. So there's going to be a 10-ish, 10, 15k of a difference. Now you've got two players that have played at the highest level within reason, you know, and have been involved with big time clubs, have been involved winning competitions. And at that point, what do you do? When you've got these two players?
I think the debate that we had yesterday is all about if Areola really is on 147 grand a week, you know, and we offer him, you know, a deal to come to West Ham with an option to buy. It will be down to whether he will turn around at the end of that season and say, "I want to be one of your top paid players." And I'm not so sure that West Ham would be willing. That's why I actually think the story's true. I think we could probably bring him in, but I just don't know if we would be able to keep him on a you know, if he wants 100 odd grand a week. That's the thing I'm concerned about. So that's why I think the Sam Johnstone story is likely to be, even though we've been told it's bullshit, that's why I think the Sam Johnstone story is likely to be kind of a more manageable sort of overall fee, you know, for 50, 60 grand a week, you know, even if we have to pay 10. I mean, West Brom want 20 million for him. He's in his last year in his contract. It's just that's just not going to happen.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen a lot of kind of different reports on the value of what they see him at. I've seen that you put in the video 20 million. I've seen a lot of reports talking about 10. So there's obviously going to be something there. The manager has spoken out, said he's expecting to lose him and Pereira.
Exactly.
Like no ifs or buts about it. So he's already expecting it. West Brom will want to make some money off him as much as they possibly can. He will want to move. He wants to play at the highest level.
I think might come in for Johnstone.
You've got the World Cup coming next year, so these players are going to be wanting. You know, that's another thing for Areola to think about as well. You know, I can put myself back in that position. If Areola was to come to West Ham and perform at the highest level, and West Ham were to progress again, it absolutely puts him in the window for being called up to that French squad. And it's the same with Sam Johnstone. So we're talking about two players that we never thought that West Ham would be looking at, and now it looks like we probably are.
And I think that either of those players will be good enough for us, and I think that either of those players will get enough game time. Because
Yeah,
I said it, as we've said it. We know that Fabianski is in his last year of his contract, and I think that if Moyes is clever, he'll do what's been done before, where he'll bring a goalie in that on paper will be the number two, but will actually get a lot more game time than a normal season, because we're in Europe and because we're in the cups and all that sort of stuff. So I think either player would relish that.
mm.
I think the thing that concerns me is when we found out that Areola was on this massive wage, which was subsidised by PSG for Fulham last season. PSG might subsidise it if Areola comes to us this coming season at 70, 80 grand a week, but then it will concern me what happens after that.
Yeah,
That's the only
yeah.
thing.
Oh,
And
but,
by the
yeah,
way, Trott is off to Nancy, apparently.
yeah. Seen some rumors kicking about. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's. I mean, it's that kind of expected one, really, isn't it? If we are looking at, especially now, if they're moving Trot on. I mean, I
On
think,
loan. On
I
loan.
think, yeah, but in terms of on loan, but we're going to be having so many games that I don't think West Ham can go through the season with three keepers,
Well,
especially three keepers.
here's a thought. Here's a thought. We get Areola in on loan for a season, with an option to buy, and then we'll find out we can't afford him. Trott would have had a season away in goal. Maybe if he does well enough, he might come back and claim that number one spot. Or is that too tall an order for
Probably
Nathan
too tall
Trott?
an order for Nathan Trott. Not just Nathan Trott. I think there's been a lot of people out there saying I don't think he's good enough, but I don't know how we can judge that on a couple of preseason friendlies because he's made good saves.
I've really never seen him play properly.
Yeah,
Not for a long period of time.
He's not had a chance still. Listen, another
Yeah.
topic of conversation I want to bring up is the Lingard. I mean, there's rumours he has, after what you said last night, Jeff Stelios. What you said last night was, had he reported back to Manchester United training? So I checked it out today, and he has.
Right. He's contractually obliged.
Yeah. But there's lots of information kicking out that he is now not allowed to get pictures. I don't know, some conversations taking place, some rumor has taken place saying don't take pictures of Lingard at the training ground. And if you shop on Man United's shopping website, not that I have, and I'm actually going to be doing it while we're on the chat just now, you can't choose Lingard as an option.
Well, yeah, he's on his way. And have you heard the rumours today that AC Milan apparently are up for him? PSG were up for him. And who's the team, the Spanish team that won the Europa League last season? Villarreal apparently are in for him. He ain't going abroad. He is coming to West Ham. I almost will bet my flat on it. I think if he's going anywhere, he's going to West Ham. Are you not as confident?
No, I am. I mean, I wouldn't bet my house on it. I wouldn't bet anything on it. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, it's. I don't know, mate. I really hope he is. I mean, I think me and you thought that the announcement of the football tops would be the option. It would be the time when we'd actually see a new player signed. But that's not come of age.
Did it?
That's not come of age. However,
we've still got the third kit to come out.
Yeah, well, I did bring up the fact that it actually costs a bloody fortune to buy the West Ham strip.
Yeah, I know. I heard how tight you are not wanting to buy. I mean, people. This is the man that kicked his kids out of their playroom in order for him to set up a studio, and this is the man that won't spend 88 quid on his son having a kit. I mean, what more can you say? I mean,
Well, hold on a minute. Are you ready for this?
Go on.
I'm actually on the Manchester United website, and you can get Lingard number 14 on it now.
Oh, you can you?
You can now. Anyway, all jokes aside, £88 for a 5-year-old to get a football strip still.
Yeah, that's mad. Wait for the sales, mate. Seriously, not kidding.
But, I mean, come on.
They usually, I might be wrong, but I've got a feeling they normally do like a flash 10-20% sale at the as soon as the season starts, and anyone that can get in there will buy something a bit cheap, and then they'll put it back up to full price again.
I don't know. Like Lingard is definitely leaving Man United, but I don't think West Ham will sign him. The owners will mess it up somehow. Well, I don't think they will.
They won't. They won't.
Happy Hammerette, who's not well. Hope you're feeling better. Happy. I'd rather get Areola on smaller wages, a good replacement for super fabs. I mean, I don't even know if he'd be a replacement, to be honest. Oh, well, sorry. I think he'd come in and take over the number one spot, wouldn't he? So,
Scott, by the way, I'm glad you're watching Homeland. There's loads of others I can recommend to you. So I'll message you, mate.
Yeah, just don't listen. I've given him recommendations. Still, he's listening.
And listen,
to me now, don't listen to Stell's recommendations. You'll fall asleep. That's what he does. That's why he's up so bloody late all the time. He falls asleep watching the TV.
Homeland, and he loves it. So
yeah, but you've recommended like one of the most well-known TV shows out there,
and he hadn't watched it, and I recommended it.
Yeah,
so there you go. So
go watch EastEnders, mate. Go watch Coronation Street.
All right, mate. That's what you want to do. All right, I love a duck. Go on, mate. All right. That's what you like. Mate. You want to get rid of that Scottish accent, don't you?
BWHUFC. You want to get rid of your West London accent.
Oh, mate, how shit was that?
Yes, it's good to get deals done earlier, but these normally targets being watched for a while. Most clubs won't do their business until the last chance when other clubs have made their moves.
Very true.
Yep, absolutely. Steve, I was watching last night's show again. Didn't realize you were on. Sado, I am.
Ooh,
you're not, mate.
Yeah.
You're not, mate.
Well, I think he was talking about you. Didn't realize that you were on.
No, I think he's talking about the show, is he not? I don't have a clue. Johnstone or Olsen will do, but Areola for me, PSG are no longer in a strong bargaining position on the fee.
It's just his salary that concerns me. But,
Yeah.
And now,
Daniela, what do people think of 30 million price tag United have put on Lingard? I think 10 million overpriced.
I think 15 million overpriced.
I think probably. Yeah, I mean, I don't know.
Plus add-ons. 15 plus add-ons.
Yeah, we'll see. Steve, we need a solid keeper.
Oh, I've got some news for you because I've just seen this. I spoke to my daughter for the first time in about 3 weeks today. Guess where she was on Sunday night?
I don't know.
She was at the fucking final with her friend.
What?
Fucking right, mate. I had a right go at her. She was like, yeah. Did you watch the game, Dad? I went, well, yeah, I tried to. Oh, yeah, I was there and I went to with my friend. Like, fuck off.
Her friend?
Her friend.
Her Chelsea friend.
who's friends of Mason Mount and the other players in the Chelsea players in the England squad.
I told you all who are watching.
I the wrong way.
I told you all that were watching. We all know all along that Stell's brought up a Chelsea fan. He's an out of towner. We all know that. He's just tried to adopt a new team because he just wants to try and make new friends because he's not been accepted in the circle of his circle of trust. Yeah. And
I'm not posh enough for Chelsea, and I'm not East End enough for West Ham.
Yeah.
There you go.
So,
there you go.
There you go.
And you're
Samson, what league? There you go. You're just Scottish.
And then you're just Scottish, so
What league does Full Stop play in? I have no idea what he's talking about.
What's he talking about?
Sam Johnstone.
Have you fallen asleep on the? He messaged last night and said, "I fell asleep during the show with my finger on the." It's like he must have fallen asleep on the Full Stop again tonight.
Sam Johnstone, you're remember his England's number 2 or number 3. However, let's not doubt. I mean, Pickford had a great tournament, but I always think that position is up for grabs more than any position. And England have got a good crop of young players around in that position. So I think he's got an opportunity. And if he goes and he does sign for a club, it looks like he will come to the Premier League. Him and both Areola are going to be, I mean, Qatar is only, 18 months away, is it?
18 months away,
yeah. So
our first ever Winter World Cup.
Going to be weird. Going to be
very
weird.
Odd.
You have the Christmas tree up watching the World Cup final. I just can't get my head around it.
It's not on. It is not on. It won't do.
Fresh fielder Lozic is back in training with Sparta last Saturday. They have a Champions League qualifier next week. Guess this means it will be long before Suchek and Sufal are back.
There we go. Well done, Neil. Stell's an out of town.
Neil,
there's Anton from Scotland.
Neil, please,
which I
mate.
think
You're my
makes him
best mate.
Neil,
Neil, you are my
Spot
best
on,
mate.
Neil.
Don't stick
Spot
up
on.
for Stell. Who sticks up for Stell? Don't
And
stick
I
up for
want to,
Stell.
West Ham Loza, how do you show all the comments on your live? It's because the show's live. I'm new to West Ham YouTube. Would love to do a live. Mate, we're actually doing it right now,
West
believe it
Ham.
or not.
West Ham
West Ham
Loza.
Loza.
So West
Yeah.
Ham Loza. If you are watching, are you saying you have a West Ham channel? Let us know.
I
I think
see.
that's
Maybe
what West Ham Loza is
that's what
meaning.
he's saying.
I'm new to West Ham YouTube. Would love to do a live.
Get in touch with us, mate. Where's our email address? Put your email address up.
We're on Twitter. While Stell's looking for the email address because
not.
he doesn't know how to use it.
I'm not on
there,
Twitter. I just
there
say
he
it.
is.
Hate it.
No, you
There
are
go.
on Twitter when you use our account. So we are on Twitter. So go and check us out at Irons_United. Message us on there. We are on Facebook as well. So go and comment in there and let us know what the channel is, what you do, all that sort of
He
stuff.
just said I have a channel. So yeah, Loza,
Where does it say that?
At the bottom. Yeah, we use a link called we use a link called StreamYard, Loza. That's the platform, which means we automatically connect it to YouTube so we can see the chat.
Yeah.
And
Loza,
put it up live.
how old are you? What's your name? Just let us know a bit about what you do.
That's a bit forward, isn't it? How old are you? What's going on with you, mate?
What's wrong with knowing that? Right, come on. There's so many. Honestly, there's so many. Honestly, by the way, there are so many.
Why are you fretting,
comments.
Mate? I do this.
I know
every
you do,
Monday
mate,
night.
but I've got a mental day. See, last night, honestly, see when you rewatch the show, at one point you were like a zombie.
I was tired this day.
Yeah, and it got to me at one point. I was like, I need to leave because if I don't leave now, I'll never sleep. Still, the kids come and wake me up at like 6:30 in the morning, so I need to get some sleep in.
Mate, you're talking to me as if I don't know what it's about. I've been through it. Live with it, mate.
Oh, shush. BWHUFC for kids breakthrough now. It's ruthless. The league's so fast paced, no room for mistakes. Learning at this level. Good to see kids in pre-season. I hope they're used to a decent cup run. Well, I mentioned this before, Stell. I've said it so many times. And Donnarumma is a prime example of a goalkeeper who was played over 200 appearances for AC Milan.
Yeah.
He was thrown into
how old
it.
Is he?
He's performed 22, is he? 22?
23, 22.
It's mad to think he's that age.
The European League, especially the Spanish and the Italian leagues, they'll if they think they're good enough, they'll play they'll put a goalie in at a young age. We seem to think that you've got to be like 35 before you make your league debut. You know, it's just odd. It's really, really odd in the English league that mind you, I know goalies, they mature with age, but a lot of managers don't like throwing young goalies in. They think it's not a good thing. Yet Italians, Spanish, they're quite happily throw a youngster in.
But I do think still that the point also that's been made here is that the breakthrough for the kids is ruthless. The youth setup is ruthless now compared to what it's ever been before, because you're snapping up some of the best young talent that are let go. I mean, if you think about your club, your favorite club, Chelsea, if you think about their youth setup and the amount of players that they send out on loan every single season.
Yeah, but they do it to make money out of them.
But the point is that there's always going to be a log of players that don't make it, that get released. It's the same with a lot of other big clubs.
What I said.
But now what we're doing, West Ham are doing, is we've signed Okaflex, we've signed Equa, and then you push them into that squad, that development squad. And I mentioned to you before, it is a shame on those younger talent that we've currently got, but in theory, what it's going to do is probably push out players like Nathan Holland and not give the players like Nathan Holland, who had such promise for West Ham, probably not going to get his chance now, to be honest. I can't see if I'm not so enough.
I know we discussed Holland the other night, but I think players like Holland have had their chance and didn't make the grade. But the reverse of it is with teams like Chelsea, the reason why I thank Chelsea for the way they do their youth squad, because they have so many youngsters that they miss the wood for the trees. That's why we got Declan, and in that respect, I thank them for it. And that's why we got Pierre Equa, because they got so many youngsters. They really
Sounds
can't
like me
see,
though. You should thank me for all the stuff. It's like the wood. You can't see the wood from the tree.
mate.
For all the
Thank you for
support,
what?
for giving you all this support to do what you've done, and
What?
give you
What?
this
What?
enjoyment
If
in
it
your
weren't for
life.
me, this channel would have just disappeared. After.
Absolutely, absolutely.
No,
West Ham
but
laws.
seriously, I think Chelsea do it wrong because
Yeah,
they bring in too many. They make money out of them though. They loan everybody out, but that means they don't get to see all the players that they've got available to them because they can't keep an eye on every single one. And
yeah,
and I think we've got another gem. I think Pierre Ekwa is going to become another diamond for us.
yeah. Absolutely.
Really do.
Fresh
So
fielder, 88 quid for a 5-year-old, as I've seen, it's extortionate. Get 3 shirts, 60 quid at the end of the season. Yeah, but for my son, I really want him to have it now, and I'm probably going to fall under the pressure and get him the bloody strip. You'll have to knit him one, Anton. Yes, mate. I'll get Stell to do that because he's old enough to be doing knitting. He sits and does his knitting at night. That's why he's wide awake. Who reckon realistically make it from the under-23s? Baptiste, Coventry, Silva, Alex, and maybe Ashby. I'll put it right there. I'm just going to do it very quick fire. Baptiste, yes. Coventry, yes. Silva, no. Who's Alex?
I don't know.
If it's Alessi, then I'm going to say
Alese,
yes.
yeah.
And Ashby,
Maybe a
possibly.
bit too young. Maybe a bit too
Yeah,
young,
yeah,
Ashby. But
yeah.
Alese, yeah. Coventry, yeah. Baptiste, yeah. Alves. Oh, that might be Alves.
Yeah, it could
Whether
be.
it's Alese or Alves, either or. Yeah,
Yep.
absolutely.
Let's see what everyone else is saying. God, there's so many, I don't even know what they're actually saying now. This show's
I'll go
turning
from
into.
bottom up. Mickey's an Albion fan. He reckons Johnson is worth 15 million plus easy. Yeah.
Mickey, if you're watching, then I mean, but do you know what? Still, he probably is. But the situation that West Brom find themselves in with a year to go and they're relegated. So, Mickey, I get your sentiment. He probably is worth £15 million. But let's be realistic. The manager's already said he's going to go. So if he does go, what do you then realistically think you'll get for him?
Yeah. Victor, it's all gone quiet on centre backs. It has gone quiet on centre backs. We haven't had a story on centre backs for about a week and a half or so now.
Well, let's be honest though, still, Victor, and same to you, Victor, as well. Still, some of these, I mean, the leaks have gone quiet. The leaks to the club, and it suits me. I'm happy with that. You know, sometimes you hear when something is kicking about, but what's that? Wiki has Areola's wages at 40. It's not.
See, now we've got, because I've seen other websites that have quoted his salary at 140 grand a week.
I've got it at that, yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah. Sorry, what were you saying there about the centre backs?
I'm just saying that the kind of chain of rumours and stories that get broken and leaks that come out of the club has changed quite dramatically what it has been in the last few years. So I don't doubt for a second he's got his targets sitting there and we're working on them. It's just whether or not we've had it. Loza, every successful West Ham YouTuber needs a Scottish comedy sidekick. The thing is epic. I know more about West Ham than bloody Still does.
Yeah, right. Okay. That's enough of that rubbish.
That's why he's chucked me out there. What is this? So honestly, you've confused me now by going up the other way.
Well, excuse me. You didn't even know what you said just then, did you?
What? By going up the
Don't even repeat it.
No.
Don't even repeat it. Go on then. You carry on.
I don't know any Scottish people might try and get Moyes on or something. Well, I know someone who's from bloody posh end of London, so you can get him on if you want.
I don't know. Anyway, well, okay. Mickey's replied, only thing lets him down is his contract. And Sam has said he wants Premier League football this season. To be honest, I would take 10 million plus add-ons, but I think he's worth 15. But his contract makes up for sale cheap. You know what? That's a good shout. You know, I reckon if West Ham really did put in a bid for 6 million to test the water, they might go up to 10 plus add-ons. Hello, number three. What's your name and where do you come from?
What's your name and where do you come from?
Anton Game Primes.
Oh, love it. Toby's saying 84 likes. If you are watching, get those thumbs up on the channel.
I didn't plan on being on for half an hour ago.
I didn't plan on being on for an hour and 5 minutes, but that's what happens. Vinay is saying Loza is 17 and 3/4. What's going on?
Don't take any notice, Loza.
There we
But
go.
if you
Oh,
want 7
Lauren.
and 3/4,
Loza is a she. She's Lauren.
oh,
And
Loza
she's
is a
23.
she. Oh,
There you
well,
go.
Loza, we need to, talk business. We would like to have a female
Absolutely.
on this channel,
Yeah.
in order to get rid of Scott. So get in touch with us. Get in touch with us.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Here we go then. Before we start to, hold on a minute. Put your email
Oh, I
address
know how
up
many
again.
signings we need. Put your
Hold
email.
on. There you go. Put that out there for you, Neil. How many signings do we need?
Well, I know how many we need, but I know how many we're going to get. I've got a feeling, but I reckon we won't get any more than 4. But I think we need 6 or 7. What about you?
Faguli, Tory, Nordveit,
and
Zaza.
Roberto in goal. That's a great team.
Oh God. Were you a fan of Nordveit? Were you a fan of Nordveit? Lots of people.
I actually, when he started, I liked him, and then he gave that penalty away. I can't remember. He came on and he gave that penalty away the minute he came on, and then and everybody slated him. He's shit. He's this, but then he went missing a few games, and then he played again, and he had a really good game. He was actually a solid player. He was
the
just
final nail in the coffin for me
used.
for Nordveit. I wasn't a fan from day dot, but the final nail in the coffin was the last game against Liverpool at home.
Right.
And I think we got demolished 4-0 or something like that. And the ball was coming down and he just walked as if he was walking towards Liverpool player to tackle him. The player got by him and he didn't move. He just let him continue and go and score the goal. It was going for their 4th goal. Yeah. It was an absolute joke, but that's us going into a whole new other story. Steve, I'm in shock still, but can you put in touch with my mate who's been a season ticket holder before the Russian mafia take over?
Mate, I was in shock when my daughter told me that as well. But there you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
Toby,
I can't
Steve,
fucking believe she was at the Euro finals.
I can't believe she didn't tell you.
I can't believe she didn't tell me. I can't believe
Would you have tried to take the ticket off her?
Too fucking right, I would have done. Yeah, absolutely. The last time she went to,
you're desperate to get her to go to West Ham games.
Well, I used to take her all the time.
Still, what happens if she goes to Stamford Bridge, mate? She'll be sitting beside you in your season ticket.
She can't do that, man.
She'll be sitting beside you in your season ticket at Stamford Bridge. Where is your season ticket at Stamford Bridge?
Right next to yours at Kilmarnock.
Does that make you a Spursy or Arsenal fan still? No posh enough for Chelsea, not East London enough for West Ham.
Stop it, foe. Stop it.
That really brings us this comments. You've just confused it all. So that really brings us to an end. Is there what's happening at the bottom here? Any idea what's going on with season tickets now going digital still? Come on.
Yep. Apparently there is going to be no card. They're sticking to the whole digital thing. They're going to make. They're going to be able to send you. Well, you'll get your ticket on your phone, which you will be able to print off. I mean, so if you don't have a smartphone and if you don't have a printer, you're pretty buggered. But that is the plan. They are absolutely adamant that they're not going to bring back cards, and we don't know why, because it's contactless and there's no reason for it. But what the club say is, if you have a concern about a digital ticket, you must get in touch with the ticket office and they will be sympathetic to your needs. What that means, I don't know. But you will be able to print off your tickets for a game. It's a weird one. It's a really weird one. But we got a mate, Canning Town Len, who he's doing the cards, isn't he? I don't know how they're going to work.
He's not doing. He's doing the cards not for the club.
Not for the club, no. Yeah. But there is. If any of you know Canning Town Len, look on his website, canningtownlen.com, because he is offering to create season ticket cards for you. I don't know how it'll work, so you're going to have to ask him. But go on his website and ask him. But I would approach the club first and ask them. I don't. If you don't have a smartphone, if you don't have a printer, say, what do I do? And apparently they'll be sympathetic to your needs. It's odd. It's really odd. And also, by the way, you may, because the Premier League is pushing for it, you may have to produce your COVID test to prove who you are. That's a bugger, because that means transferring a ticket to other people. It could be a thing of the past.
Yep.
So I don't know if that's happening yet, but the Premier League are keen on having your COVID test or the fact that you've been vaccinated or whatever it might be to, to match up with your ticket. Yeah.
Good update still. 10 past midnight on the 16th of July.
Well, 158 people watching, so there you go.
Let's get Samasi Abu back. What a quality player. Loved him. Loved him. Sam's easily worth 15, 20 million, but the relegation makes him worth every penny, 10 million. One of the best keepers in the league, considering metrics. Both him and Areola are top tier Prem.
I'd be happy with either. I'd be happy with either.
Mickey's put the question to his question, lads. If you signed Johnstone, do you think he'd be in front of Fabianski? I highly rate him.
I think he will be on a par, and that's what we said. I think they'll share the workload. In all honesty, I really do think they'll share the workload. And it's interesting. Someone suggested, I think the other night, that one of them might be, between Areola and Fabianski, one of them might become our Premier League keeper, and the other one might become our Europa League and Cup keeper, which kind of is a good shout. I don't know which of Johnstone or Fabianski would be either or, but I'd take Johnstone, to be honest with you. I'd take Areola or Johnstone. Right age. Yep. Etc. So, anyway.
Yep, absolutely. Peach is in the house. Hope you're well, Peachy boy.
Evening, Peach. How are you, mate?
Yeah,
I hope you're well.
Yep, good to see you, mate. 9 more likes to hit the target. If you are watching, hit those thumbs up. Still, I think what we should do, right, is we haven't done really anything for charity for such a long time on this channel. I know we're talking about doing something coming up.
Yeah, we are.
But there's part of me that thinks, I wonder if we could do something ourselves by going quite long.
Not tonight, mate.
No, not tonight. I'm not doing it tonight. I'm just saying. I wonder if we could.
Should we tell Pete? No. Let's not. Let's
it's not yet.
Let's get it down first. But we are planning something near Christmas, which when we got it all battened down, we'll let you know. But yeah, I don't mind doing seeing who stays up the longest or something like that.
I don't know. Maybe
what you think? 24-hour show. Well, Victor, ironically, that's what we were talking about last year. Didn't quite work out. But we're thinking of something along those lines for Christmas. But yeah, I'm up for doing something. Whatever you tell me.
There's loads of ideas we can do, and listen, I suppose that kind of brings an end to this video. But before we do go, just to give people who are watching, because there's quite a lot of you watching, I mean, we are trying our best to give you the best content we possibly can, really informative content. We are working behind the scenes to try and make stuff better, more informative, and also, we're very mindful of the fact that there's going to be so many games. Can you eat in one go?
Well, Anton will eat a whole shop full of cream eggs. And
the funny thing is, I have, if you catch me on the right day, I can eat a lot of food. But then if you get me on the wrong day,
look at the size of you. I'm not surprised.
You get me on the wrong day, I get full really quickly. It's really weird. I watch those programs and those films. Anyway, we're digressing here. Listen, well, we've been toying with loads of show ideas and what we want to do and what we bring to you, but we need to be mindful of the fact that we're going to be playing a lot more games next season. And if we continue doing the previews and the match day lives, there's going to be a lot of content coming out on the channel. So bringing you new shows might be tougher. So we're trying to get things tied up as quickly as we possibly can.
We do need to sort out a proper schedule.
Yeah, we do. We're talking to sponsors. We're trying to see who's involving themselves on a more regular basis. So we'll be bringing you that stuff coming up soon. I mean, we are 4 weeks away from the season still, so we probably need to really get our things in gear. We're looking at a website. We're looking at more merchandise. But we just have to really sit down and actually do it. And the thing I'm telling you now is, when we work in our full-time jobs, and this is something that we'll never give up, the full-time jobs, we have to keep doing that. This is why some of the stuff takes a bit longer. So you can jest and you can joke about the hoodies, but that's just the nature of the thing, because they do it all the time still. You just brush your beard there still, don't worry.
I have. Yeah, it needs a trim.
Yeah.
we are. There's so many. I mean, let's not get into the politics of it, but there's so much we'd love to do. But unfortunately, we've got families to feed, and well, I've got two cats and and another half who loves going on holiday.
Yeah.
And
hold on a minute. You said last night, are you going away next week? Did you
I'm
book something?
going away on Saturday.
Did you
I
book
told you.
something? You
Yeah,
did,
we're
but
going.
but you didn't say it was definitely confirmed.
We're going. No, we're going to Madeira, which is why I had to
Ah,
sort out the other stuff
yeah.
to make sure everything was. And fingers crossed,
Right.
all the other stuff is kind of
Are you going to take a
in place.
laptop with you?
Am I fuck?
So I'm left to it all. Oh, cheers,
Oh,
mate.
hang on. Hang on. Do pardon me. When you were off the other week, and I had to do a daily show religiously every day, while you were going swanning up, taking your family to West Ham training for their holiday.
This is a good show. I think we should actually do this
Yeah,
soon.
I
How
agree
do
with
we
that.
show we should spend our budget? That's a good
Yeah,
one. But we'll
yeah.
do loads of stuff like that. Anyway, listen, still we could be here all night. So
Well, yeah. You've done it.
let's just
I'm proud of you. You've done over an hour.
proud of me.
You
Proud of me.
you
I'll
you're
proud you.
learning.
I'll
You're
proud you.
learning that the public need good quality content. Otherwise, you'll never get that 100 likes. Actually, you know what? I want people to tell us what they think of our content. Because we do put a lot of effort into it. With all the images and videos and all that. And I think it makes us different. But I think it'd be good to hear what people think about it.
Well, there you go. This is your chance now. Well, I'll tell you what, still, I'm going to stay on for 5 more minutes. And in the next 5 minutes, I want everyone's feedback. If you're watching right now, give us feedback on the channel and we'll answer any questions on the channel as well.
Just
So go for it.
Neil, Peach is usually high. I don't think you meant hi, Peach, did you? But Peach. Sorry, mate. I'm only kidding. Did you get that? You're looking confused.
I'm reading all the comments.
Oh, okay.
David M is saying we'll be doing a live West Ham Weekly from the Sunny
Will
Beach.
I? Hell, mate. No way. No way. I'm sorry. There will not be a West Ham Weekly next week. There may be a poor attempt at doing something to replace the West Ham Weekly by a certain Scott. He might try and steal my Monday night.
I tell you what, I asked Stel, what I asked Stel for last time when he took a break from his West Ham Weekly was to send me a pre-recorded video of him. However, we all know what happens when Stel does a pre-recorded video. And he did also, not many people picked up on it, but it was very hostagey when he sent me the video. He's so robotic when it's pre-recorded. So maybe we'll get another robotic pre-recorded show.
Listen, mate, it's the best one football video they ever had. Ever.
Yeah. That's why
I reckon they got more.
Even when I did reply to them. Well done, still so accurate. You deserve the holiday, mate. Carrying Anton all season long. I knew you'd say that, Flo. Of course you would say that. I know you did that. Great show. Just dropped a tweet to BWH.
Thank you, mate.
Thank you. Yep. Cheers, Scott. I know. I hope you enjoy them. Ignore Still.
Scott, I'll send you a long list, mate. I'll tell you. Fargo. Have you started watching Fargo yet? Watch Fargo.
Honestly, it's boring. Don't watch Fargo. Ignore him what he's saying. Just literally watch everything I tell you what to do.
Larsa, if you want to get a real...
No, really, seriously, don't listen to what he...
If you want to get a real taste of this channel, watch the West Ham Weekly.
He's boring. You don't want to watch him.
He's such a dick. He really, Loza, I'm really sorry. We're not normally like this. Yeah, I've got to keep him on the straight and narrow. It's like, it's like a dad, guiding a son through,
Granddad.
life. And doesn't matter, mate.
Great granddad. Loza, exactly. This is it. You'll understand. He's like a great granddad who thinks he's been there, done that, wore the t-shirt, knows everything's never wrong, but he is a lot.
I'm not. I am never wrong.
There you go. So he's actually said it live.
I agree. Mate, I agree. Mickey, first time I've ever jumped on here. I can listen to you hours. I don't even support, mate. We always West Ham. We always welcome fans from other clubs. You're family here. And so long as everyone's respectful to each other, you're more than welcome. Mickey, subscribe, mate. Subscribe. We won't tell anyone, all your West Brom mates, that you've subscribed to a West Ham channel. The slideshows and the music are great. I chose the music. You got to thank me for that. I suggested the slideshows, otherwise he would never have done it. Information in bullet points read by two great guys. Two great guys. I can see one here, Hammerette. I'm not sure about Scott though. But anyway,
Honestly,
sorry.
so boring.
Am I?
Keep going. No, keep going. Keep going.
So we're getting. Oh yeah, we're getting comments, aren't we, about our content? Are you taking comment on? Are you taking comment or chatting waffle? That's a really good point, Billy. We asked for content for comments. So what else? What else we got? From a Leicester fan. See, look. Hey, look, EGT Arsenal fan, Leicester fans. I love it. Welcome, welcome. You'll all be supporting West Ham by the end of this season. Howard, great content, friendly banter. Enjoy the media and stats. Found the channel 3 weeks ago, and try to catch all the lives. Thank you, mate. Much appreciated.
Cheers,
so yeah, I'm glad. Then I'm glad that people like the sort of the kind of videos and the content that we put out. I think it makes it worthwhile. A bit of information about the players that we're linked to that we're never going to sign. I think is well worth it. Don't you think?
Yeah, absolutely, mate. Yeah.
Cool.
Sorry.
What's up?
No. I was just trying to find something that's fine. I can't do it.
You're trying to find the one football video, aren't you?
No, I'm not.
I deleted it.
I know where it is. No, I know where it is. I just need to find
you?
it. I'll get it back. Don't you worry.
Yeah,
well, listen, still, it's on YouTube. It's on YouTube.
EG, I'm an Arsenal fan, and we're also interested in a keeper. Which one are you most likely to be buying? I think it will be Areola because it's a loan deal. Yeah. But you know, I'd be gutted if Arsenal got Johnstone because I think he's a very good keeper. So there you go, EGTV. Is that another fan channel, EGTV? Do you also do something on YouTube? You've got the 100 likes. That's it. That's all Anton wanted. He's a like whore, and now he's going to leave you. He's going to go. He's got what he wanted, and now he's just going to go.
Adama Traore still.
Oh no, it's just I knew it was a rubbish story, and I just and I continue to think it's a rubbish story.
Yeah.
What do you think? What do you think of that?
£30 million. Yeah, I think it is a rubbish story.
Yeah, we're not buying the.
Do I think Moyes would like him? Yeah, I do think he would.
Yeah, that is true. That is true.
Think us West Ham fans are so lucky to have so much West Ham fans content to choose from. True. Very true. But listen, still, I mean, an hour and 23 minutes. I did say I'd only be on for 5 more minutes, and we are there. Billy Watson, we turned him on, so I'm really appreciative of that, mate. Thank you for that information. Billy. I mean, I'm certainly not. I don't understand how he can turn you on at all. I mean, don't know what he's done to his hair.
It's understandable.
Don't know what he's done to his hair. He's tried to cut it. I think the cat's cut his hair for him.
Well, I told you what happened to it, didn't I?
Yeah, but you knew that happened because your clippers broke the last time. So I don't know why you used them again.
No, these were different ones. Yeah, and fucked up again. But there you go.
It's because you've got a wig on and you've got so much glue underneath that hair.
Right, Anton.
And because I
dyed the wig as well. That's right.
Yeah, you dyed the wig. And that's why, and then when you try to put the clippers through it, it breaks.
It just breaks it all off. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know. Yeah, that's right, mate. That's right. Anyway,
EGTV got 7K subs. You should collaborate in the future. I'm usually on the Football Terrace. My name is Igal. Yeah, absolutely, mate.
Yeah, absolutely.
Send us. We're on Twitter. Irons_United, and then there's our email address as well, mate. And we can try and hook up. We'll do a preview with you next season as well. Cool. Anything else? Yeah, no, that's us really. So if you are watching, you're new around here, please hit that subscribe button. Just go across there. That really does help the channel out. Hit the subscribe button. Also, the thumbs up. So go down there and hit the thumbs up. Please leave a comment once the channel has finished, giving us your feedback on the channel. Thank you for joining us. The choice between Sam Johnstone and Areola is heating up, and we'll just see what actually happens from it over the next couple of days. And there will be another West Ham Daily tomorrow. That will be the last of the week, and of course that will be brought to you by Still.
No, I won't. I ain't got time. I really haven't.
Don't worry. No, I know
I'll try if I can. But
no, it's fine. Yeah. I'll do it. Don't worry. It's fine. So yeah, thanks for joining us, and we'll see you soon. Come on, you Irons.